It's called Scooby Snax, but it's not a dog treat. Experts say it's synthetic marijuana, a dangerous drug that kids are smoking.
So one of the several types of fake marijuana Fox 5 found openly sold at gas stations and convenience stores, even though it's banned by the federal government. Tonight, Fox 5 investigative reporter Sherry Lee looks at why the laws have done little to stop it.
Walk into a convenience store or gas station and you might see Scooby Snax for sale. It's labeled as potpourri, but laced with chemicals that mimic the effects of pot, a type of synthetic marijuana. A quick search on YouTube and you see kids know exactly what it is.
Scooby Snax is my favorite blend that's out there.
The federal government outlawed synthetic marijuana 2 years ago, but Fox 5 cameras didn't have a hard time finding Scooby Snax or a number of other products identified by experts as synthetic marijuana. There was Dopey and Bizarro. Others go by names like Joker and the more commonly known K2 and Spice. Dwayne Cantor and his wife discovered their teenage son using it.
He felt so ill and paralyzed. He was out with some friends in the back of a car and had no feeling in his legs.
The couple warned stores they'd go after any place that's sold to their son.
They keep it hidden underneath and they'd hand you a book. Open up a book and there was a list of all the different synthetic marijuana available, and you picked what you wanted, they sold it to you.
Earlier this month, a 15-year-old in Loudoun County ended up in critical condition after overdosing on the synthetic drug. His mom said he bought it at a convenience store.
When I went, in the beginning he don't recognize me, first one. After that he was so weak he couldn't walk.
Federal law makes it illegal, but states must prosecute in local courts and need their own laws to do that. Virginia made synthetic marijuana illegal in 2011, but attempts in the District of Columbia failed. A ban passed this month in Maryland takes effect in October. Maryland Secretary of Health and Mental Hygiene Joshua Sharfstein said the synthetic nature of the drug makes it tricky.
The challenge is really knowing whether something is illegal. It's sometimes hard to pick it up. It may not be on the label. You have to actually do a chemical analysis sometimes to figure out what's going on.
Manufacturers continually change the chemical compounds known as cannabinoids, making it easier to skirt the law and harder for police to enforce. Scooby Snax is now sold in a second generation, and the package claims is legal under Florida law. But doctors warn it's not any less dangerous. In Virginia, the first year of the ban, the state's lab tested 468 samples of synthetic marijuana, but less than a quarter contained actual banned chemicals. This year, the state added more illegal compounds to its list, and this month the federal government did the same. Still, poison control centers nationwide report calls for overdoses in the last 3 years more than doubled.
So there's not just one substance. It is potentially a collection of many hundreds or even more of different substances, many of which have never been tested in humans before.
These products are blamed for several deaths nationwide. Patients show up in the emergency room confused, agitated, hallucinating, blood pressure elevated, heart racing. Sometimes it takes multiple people to restrain them.
Here in the ER at MedStar Washington Hospital Center, doctors say they see on average at least one patient involving synthetic marijuana every single day. And one of the biggest problems, there's no way to test for it.
And that's one of the reasons I think people may try and find this product somewhat attractive, is that you can't find it in the urine drug screens. The altered mental status, the hallucinations, the fast heart rate, and you put the pieces of the puzzle together.
The name itself, synthetic marijuana, can be deceptive.
When you think about what it can do to the heart, what it can do to the blood pressure, as well as cause seizures, then you could kind of figure out that, yep, maybe this may be something that could be fatal to people.
And no one knows all the short or long-term dangers.
Kids need to know that just because there may be a cartoon on the package doesn't mean it's safe. Just because it's for sale in a store doesn't mean it's safe. That there are products out there that can really do harm.
Why does it take kids dying to get something banned when you know it's not for human consumption?
Cantor's son survived his scare, but synthetic marijuana is not going away. Despite federal and state bans, Fox 5 found stores still selling it, which means kids can get their hands on it too. Sherry Lee, Fox 5 News.
Fox 5 was unable to reach the product manufacturers, but one internet retailer who responded claimed these are novelty potpourri products and are not for human consumption. The company said they don't contain substances banned by the DEA and don't get you high. However, studies show synthetic marijuana is now the second most popular drug of choice for high schoolers.